Ciryl Gane, who's 6'5", 247 pounds, moves like a 170 pounder. He's bouncing like Wonderboy. Completely changed the standard of heavyweight.
Screaming about this Tom Aspinall, Ciryl Gane for a long time. UFC 321, Tom minus 325, Gane plus 260. We finally got the fight, but the world doesn't seem to believe, Chael, that it's a close fight. And I don't really agree with that line. I think this fight is much closer. Tom Aspinall minus 325, Ciryl Gane plus 260.
Heavyweight gold is on the line, and the whole world is watching. Tom Aspinall is set to face Ciryl Gane in what promises to be a battle of elite heavyweights. On the latest episode of the JRE, Joe Rogan broke down the matchup and gave his opinion on the fight. In his mind, it all comes down to one key factor: speed. Tom is too fast for him, he said, believing Aspinall's lightning-fast hands and footwork will be the difference maker against the methodical Gane. Joe Rogan recently broke down the upcoming super fight between Tom Aspinall and Ciryl Gane. Meanwhile, Henry Cejudo called the decision to give Tom Aspinall a bout with top contender Ciryl Gane a major move. Cejudo pointed out that Gane is a big and mobile heavyweight and believes Aspinall will not be able to handle him as easily as he has handled previous opponents. Cejudo also mentioned that the outcome of this fight will serve as a serious test and a strong sign of whether Jon Jones is planning a return to go after the title again.
The number one contender is Ciryl Gane. Ciryl Gane is somebody that's a big heavyweight, that's very agile. I don't think Tom Aspinall gets rid of him right away like he has with other people. And I think that'll be a big indication if Jon Jones wants to come back and reclaim that bout.
Kamaru Usman believes Ciryl Gane is often overlooked despite being a highly skilled fighter. Usman said Gane is a very mobile heavyweight who can move smoothly in the cage and use a variety of punches, kicks, and elbows. Usman believes these attributes make Gane a complete and dangerous threat. Still, Usman added that it is hard to doubt Tom Aspinall. He pointed out that Aspinall's quick movement, sharp boxing, and immense power make the fight a high-level showdown.
Ciryl Gane is, people forget how fantastic he is. A guy that can kind of float around the octagon, touch you, kick you, hit you with elbow. He's just a complete game. But man, Tom's movement, his boxing, speed, and his power, it's very, very difficult to doubt this man.
Joe Rogan commented on Ciryl Gane's incredible athleticism for a heavyweight, noting that at 6'5" and 247 pounds, he moves with the speed and lightness of a welterweight. Rogan compared Gane's footwork to that of Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, a well-known master of movement. Rogan believes that Gane has redefined what striking looks like in the heavyweight class. However, he also wondered if Gane has what it takes to get past Tom Aspinall, whose speed and power are on a different level.
Ciryl Gane, who's 6'5", 247 pounds, moves like a 170 pounder. He's bouncing like Wonderboy. Completely changed the standard of heavyweight.
New sparring footage of Tom Aspinall has surfaced ahead of his upcoming clash with Ciryl Gane, showing him looking exceptionally sharp and composed. The clips display his trademark fast hands, clean combinations, and solid defensive movement. The footage gives fans a glimpse of the timing and precision he plans to bring into the octagon, reinforcing the idea that Aspinall is one of the most agile and technically skilled strikers in the heavyweight division. Tom Aspinall has expressed confidence that he can not only match Ciryl Gane's speed and movement, but also hold a clear edge in grappling and raw power. He pointed to his history of knockouts as evidence of his power and stressed that one precise punch from him can completely shift the trajectory of a fight, especially in the heavyweight division. Aspinall also revealed that in his last outing, he was pacing himself for 5 full rounds and not even throwing with full force. Despite this, he still managed to finish the fight with a knockout, which he feels proves just how dangerous his strikes are. This measured approach, combined with his natural power, suggests Aspinall has a strategic game plan to handle Gane's unique style. He appears confident in his ability to go deep into the fight if needed, but is fully aware that his power gives him the ability to end the fight at any moment.
Well, against him, I think I'm equally as fast as him. I move equally as well. The difference is I can grapple. I've got a lot of power. And I think that's pretty undeniable at this stage of my career. I've got a lot of knockouts on my record, mate. I have to touch you once, and I wasn't even throwing heavy tonight. I thought it was going to be a 5-rounder. I didn't mean to knock him out. I was pretty sure that was going to be a 5-round fight tonight, and just takes one shot, mate, at heavyweight, especially with...
Tom Aspinall also spoke about the long-awaited fight with Ciryl Gane, noting that this is the 4th time the matchup has been scheduled. He confirmed that the bout will finally take place on October 25th in Abu Dhabi. Aspinall made it clear that his aim is to put an end to Gane's championship aspirations once and for all. He believes that by beating Gane, he will not only defend his title, but also close this chapter of his career and move on to the next challenge in the heavyweight division.
We're back after over a year hiatus. Ciryl finally signed on the dotted line. This is the 4th time we've been matched up together, and now we are matched up for the 25th of October, Abu Dhabi, me and Ciryl. The 4th attempt is here, and this is Cyryl's 3rd title shot. We are going to try and get rid of Ciryl Gane from the title picture for good.
Ciryl Gane has been putting in some serious work, focusing on refining his explosive power during his training camp. He's been sharpening his punches, mixing up his attacks, and improving his already impressive footwork. This diligent approach shows the kind of force and technique that make him a real threat among the heavyweights. Gane's dedication to improving his striking and power is a clear indication that he knows what he's up against in Tom Aspinall. As one of the most agile and powerful heavyweights in the UFC, Gane is not taking any chances. By honing his footwork and power, he aims to counter Aspinall's speed and knockout potential. This commitment to his craft reveals a fighter who is determined to reclaim his place at the top of the heavyweight division. Gane is not just a striker, he is a complete mixed martial artist who is preparing to put on a masterclass in his fight with Aspinall. Michael Bisping has praised Tom Aspinall's impressive performance against some of the UFC's top heavyweights, pointing out his knockout wins against Curtis Blades, Sergey Pavlovich, and Alexander Volkov. Still, Bisping stressed that Ciryl Gane presents a unique challenge with his blend of size, speed, and athleticism. He even likened both fighters to a heavyweight version of Georges St. Pierre, a legendary 2-division champion known for his well-rounded skill set. Bisping explained that while Gane's striking is sharp and his movement is elite, his grappling weaknesses were exposed by Jon Jones and could once again cost him against Aspinall. He believes that Aspinall's grappling and powerful takedowns could be the key to victory, especially if the fight goes past the first round. Ultimately, Bisping sees this as a high-level matchup between two of the best heavyweights in the world. He believes that Aspinall has the skills to win, but warns that Gane's unique style and athleticism will make it a very difficult fight.
When you look at the UFC heavyweight rankings, as I say, Tom has beat most of them, and he's beat them in style, and he's knocked them all out. Curtis Blades, Sergey Pavlovich, Alexander Volkov, whoever they are, he's beaten them all up. But Ciryl Gane is a little bit different. Now, of course, Jon Jones beat Ciryl Gane in quick fashion, took him down in the first round, submitted him with a front choke. But Ciryl Gane is the same as Tom Aspinall in terms of athletic ability. When I say that Tom Aspinall is a heavyweight Georges St. Pierre, That kind of goes to Ciryl Gane as well. The man's gigantic. He's very quick. He's agile. He's light on his feet. He could run any sport on the planet. And he's almost like George St. Pierre and Tom Aspinall in the fact that he's got all those athletic attributes and qualities, but he doesn't have the grappling. That's what cost him against John Jones, and that's probably what's going to cost him against Tom Aspinall. You never know, he could clip him. This is a dangerous fight.
Bisping highlighted that Aspinall's grappling, which he's been developing since his teenage years under the guidance of his father, might be the deciding factor in the matchup against Ciryl Gane. While he acknowledged the danger with Gane's stand-up game and the unpredictable nature of heavyweight fights, Bisping ultimately leaned toward Aspinall to emerge victorious. He also suggested that John Jones would be watching the fight closely, ready to voice his reaction if Aspinall cannot match the level of dominance Jones showed against Gane. This indicates that Jones is still monitoring the heavyweight division and is aware that his performance against Gane set a high bar for any future champion.
But Tom Aspinall can grapple. We've seen him take people down. He's done jiu-jitsu since he was about 15 years old. His dad is going to be on his case, and that's an absolute fact, saying, hey, you're not messing with this guy. Take him down, show him what you can do, show the world your grappling capability. Remember, Ciryl Gane turned Francis Ngannou into a wrestler, okay? So he's a very, very credible threat on the feet. But of course, I do fancy Tom Aspinall to get the job done. The fact that he isn't fighting John Jones is insane, but we've talked about that till the cows come home, so I'm not going to bore you on that subject anymore. But just you wait, John Jones is probably going to pop up on Twitter. If he doesn't beat Ciryl Gane as fast as what John did, guaranteed we're going to get some.
Tom Aspinall stated that unlike some fighters who look dangerous in training but struggle when the moment arrives, he performs even better under pressure. He said that the talk and hype do not bother him. He emphasized that when the gloves go on for his October 25th fight with Ciryl Gane, it will come down to who can deliver when it matters most, not the build-up beforehand. This mindset highlights Aspinall's confidence and mental toughness. He's not concerned with external factors or predictions. His focus is entirely on his performance in the cage, a trait that has propelled him to the top of the heavyweight division.
Well, there's the guys who I've trained with from my experience who in the gym are absolute killers, absolute world beaters, and they'll get in a fight and they'll just freeze up and it doesn't work like it does in the gym. They fight way worse. And there's other guys like myself, anytime there's pressure on me, that's when I've done my most devastating performances. Oh, talk's just talk to me, mate. It doesn't matter. Like, at the end of the day, we're both going to take our shirts off, get a pair of gloves on, and go in there and see who wins on October 25th. So it's not really going to change.
Daniel Cormier said he is excited to finally see the fight between Tom Aspinall and Ciryl Gane come together, noting that fans have wanted this matchup for quite some time. He pointed out that the current betting odds, with Tom listed at -325 and Gane at +265, do not reflect how competitive the fight truly is. Cormier believes the matchup is far closer than those numbers suggest, highlighting the high-level skills of both fighters.
Dreaming about this Tom Aspinall, Ciryl Gane for a long time. UFC 321, Tom -325, Gane +260. We finally got the fight, but the world doesn't seem to believe, Chael, that it's a close fight. And I don't really agree with that line. I think this fight is much closer. Tom Aspinall -325, Ciryl Gane +2.
Chael Sonnen believes the upcoming fight between Tom Aspinall and Ciryl Gane is a key moment for the heavyweight division. He described it as a transition point that could shape the future of the weight class. Sonnen admitted that when it comes to matchmaking, he often takes the direct road, picking the biggest fight available rather than planning too far ahead. However, he acknowledged that at times the sport needs a more strategic, chess-like approach, where long-term planning matters more than quick opportunities. He also mentioned that according to Gane, this matchup had already been scheduled and canceled 4 times before. He added that for the sake of rankings and the division's integrity, the fight makes perfect sense at this moment, despite the betting odds suggesting a one-sided affair. He believes the winner will be the clear #1 contender and that the fight will provide a much-needed sense of clarity in the heavyweight title picture.
Gane is a massive transitional fight for the heavyweight division. Now, you got to understand where we're at. And I'm a checkers player. When it comes to matchmaking, that is a unique skill and vision. But I will always go with low-hanging fruit. It's just the way my mind works. I take the biggest fight for right now. But sometimes you're playing chess. And I admire the guys that can do that. I admire the guys that can stand back, look at the board, not think about what's right now, think about what could be. Ciryl Gane versus Tom Aspinall. According to Ciryl Gane, I just did an interview, they tried to make this fight 4 times. And for rankings and for the integrity of our rankings, I get it.
As the heavyweight title bout draws closer, the excitement is palpable. Tom Aspinall's explosive power and speed will be put to the ultimate test against the masterful striking and movement of Ciryl Gane. This is more than a title fight. It's a legacy-defining moment for both men, with the entire MMA world watching to see who will emerge as the undisputed king of the heavyweight division. Fans can expect an intense, high-stakes bout where every move could completely shift the momentum. The fight is a compelling test of 2 competing styles. Will Aspinall's raw power and well-rounded skill set be enough to overcome Gane's unique blend of athleticism and technique? Or will Gane's masterful striking and footwork be too much to handle?
So, who do you think will come out on top? Will Aspinall's reign be short-lived, or will he prove he's the future of the heavyweight division? Let us know your predictions in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell for more in-depth fight breakdowns and analysis here at Cage Shock.